Okay, good night, teacher. We are going to present the autonomous number 4 about the structure of English of education. So let's start with the introduction. The introduction is designed for the index of what or how this book is designed. So it's designed for students for EGB and BGU, that is Educación General Básica y Bachillerato General Unificado. Also, talk about the authentic and cultural and practice that is facilitate education and involves the culture of Ecuador and learning English. And the goals. The goals is involved by the principles of this document, that is justice, innovation, and solidarity. There are also core principles that there is 5: the communicative language approach, content and language, integrated learning, international standard, thinking skills, and learner centers. That is the main point of this structure, that the learner is the main of this purpose. So skill through English, that is 3. It's global engagement, uh, social and thinking skills, and foundation for lifelong learning. That is something related to the knowledge of English. Students we try of situation, for example, to improve lifelong the social skills and so on. And finally, have CLIL, that is the methodology to use in learning process that involves communicative and cultural communication, reading, writing, and language through the arts.
Okay, so we have how English as a foreign language contributes to exit profile of Ecuadorian high school students. As we know, the English, the exit profile is to prepare for all the students and how they are going to be prepared in the future. So be able to handle communication in English as the more familiar situations. So with that, the students will be able to construct longer utterance, also may not be able to use complex language except in well-rehearsed utterance. So, in other hand, we have expectations. The expectations, there are 3 basic user, pre-basic user, a basic user, and independent user. So that is it should take into account that also learners are expected to reach in certain levels of English when graduating from Educación General Básica Media, in this case from séptimo grado de EGB with A2 level, a large amount of the language.
The epistemological foundation and pedagogical responses. EFLs relate to how the students learn the language and how it should be taught. This is the CLIL program defined as the first years, which are cultural, communication, cognition, and content. The students must acquire language, administrative, and technical skills to create communication and develop knowledge on required subjects and topics. Second language learning is facilitated when the students interact and communicate with each other. Meaningful communication is the result of the students' content processing. The role of the teacher in the language class is that of the leader who creates a favorable environment for the students in the language learning classroom and the opportunity to allow the students to use and practice the language. The learning objectives, including critical thinking skills, are expressed through specific verbs, are usually associated with each domain. The verbs can also be used as descriptors relate to the activities and work of the students in each area.
Okay, curriculum traits. Okay, the 3 main goals of the EFL curriculum are: first, to develop learners' understanding of the work of other culture and their own, and to communicate their understanding in view of the other through English. To develop the personal, social, and intellectual skill need to achieve their potential. And 3, to create a love of learning language starting to a young age. Okay, for both school levels, BGU and IGB, the ELTR has been organized into 5 sections or 3. First, communication and cultural awareness that divide in 2 aspects, intellectual awareness and identity, social competence and values. Second, oral communication, listening and speaking that divide in three aspects. Listening skill, spoke production, and spoke interaction. 3, reading, divide in 4 aspects, literacy rich environment, reading comprehension, use of resources, student skills, and cross-curricular content. Writing, divide in 2 aspects, initial literacy and text production. And finally, language through the art that divide in 3 aspects, literative text in context, creative writing, and creative thinking skill. This is a part of the CLE.
Okay. Profile of Ecuadorian high school graduate in ideal criticized for 2015. There are 3: justice, innovation, and solidarity. Justice is based ethnic, generosity, integrity, coherence, and honesty. Innovation is this focus on responsibility and proactive when making decisions. And solidarity, understanding, tolerance, and empathetic standpoint. General objectives. There are 7 general objectives of the English as a foreign language area by the end of the Bachillerato General Unificado. In conclusion, it is based on the social cultural aspects of our country and the other countries, access, greater mental flexibility, creativity, and enhanced language intelligence and critical thinking skills through an appreciation of language difference using TICs, and it's focused on the student. Thank you.